Hello, Nigerian. Good afternoon. I am Abajo Banyawa, and today we come with a topic called My Cry. My cry each and every time I think about the situation in Nigeria, the present situation, and the way it keeps going is that how are we going to survive and who is going to be a rescuer for us? How are we going to be vindicated from this situation? Because it's actually not our fault being a Nigerians. We are not. It's not our doing. We doesn't decide to be in Nigeria, but God does that, and the same God provide for us some set of people to be our leaders. And how are we benefiting from the so-called leaders? Are they ruling for themselves and their children and relatives alone, or they are carrying us along? If yes, they are carrying us along, why? And what is the exact reason for this rate of unemployment in the country? You remember that each and every year that comes, people graduated, thousands of people, if not millions of people, graduated each and every year from the university in from different axes of the country. And let me tell you, if you check, you will discover that after the people that are out of those graduates, only like 10%, or let me say 5% of them were able or opportune, were privileged to get job. And then what happened to the remaining 90% that are not privileged, that are not able, or who doesn't have the so-called connection? Because here in this country today, what they do and what it is and what you are seeing is what they call connection, who you know. If you doesn't know anybody, if you like hold a certificate that beats every other person's certificate, you are going nowhere because there's nobody there to help you except God Almighty has decided to pick you. And when we talk about God picking people, there's no way God can pick all of us. You discover that when you check the rate at which we are that are being favored by God, but that God picked them, they are just few compared to the people, the rate that are opportune, that are privileged, that have the connection. And for it all, you discover that the number of people that doesn't have the opportunity, like I said, they are 90%. Understand? So how are we going to survive? Remember that we are the parents who have struggled to send us to school with the expectation of us coming back from school and being somebody better than who they are, that we be able to provide for them at their old age. And if you come back from school, there's no job for you, or in the name of lack of a connection, then what do you expect those old age people to feel? Understand? Some of them dies of sorrow. This is not fair. My cry is this new government, through this new administration, this new set of leaders that I believe they are capable, and I believe they are oriented, and I believe they know what is happening there. They should rise up and do something about this to rectify this and vindicate this